Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL11.
I was about to do the intro. I was going to do the intro. He totally interrupted me. Totally interrupted me. I was going to do the intro, and he did it. Everybody hashtag blame Chewy. Right. Anyway, it doesn't even matter because we're going to be jumping on board for this search and destroy game. Orbit versus Infused. Orbit impressing everybody, I think, here today.
Yeah, they are indeed. They've come back from the 2-0 deficit and are taking it to the last map. So we'll see if they can make the comeback. Not going to work at the start, though. It was Watson who went off in that last game. Does get taken out off the start. So George is the one. He's just been making sure that nobody's going to be watching the flat. But we switch on board on Tommy.
Tommy, I do love the snippers.
Tommy, why you do this? But here we go. He's taken out 2 already, Tommy. So it's JT and Mohawk left against the whole.
They're going to pair together. You can see as soon as it became a 2 versus 4, Infused are just not budging. Look at that. They have got that defensive line. They said, right, you have come too far for us to allow. We're going to sit here. We're going to camp. We're going to make sure we defend these bomb sites, and you're not going to get close. It's 2 versus 3. Sorry, my mistake. 2 versus 3. And to me, Infused just looks so strong. Tommy is not going to be happy with that last loss either because they were so close. So close to being able to, and they just pulled it away from under their fingers. So here we go. If you think A is unmanageable, you plant at B, and that is what they are doing right now.
But we have a look at the way that the Infused players are lined up, and they are going to be watching towards that B-bomb site. Bomb does go down, though. Sorry, no, Tommy does go down. This is big kills going around all across. JT is the last one left alive, going up against Jake, and Vintage that was. Vintage takes him out.
We saw that was going to happen a long time before it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen, which is why we weren't saying, oh, he got taken out from the side. We can see on the minimap, and you guys can see at home. But unfortunately, JT can't see. The Vintage was sneaking around the outside, so it doesn't matter that he's going to take him out. We're going to go and get you while you're planting the ball.
Yep, indeed. 1-0 is the score, though. Infused managing to take the lead here. We saw a 6-3, I believe it was, game earlier on Search and Destroy Express. So we'll see what happens with this round. This is the attacking team, of course, Infused here, switching up after every round. And this is the push that I love to see when you stick those smoke grenades down in that middle street area, get those trophy systems down, and really get aggressive onto A. But Mohawk manages to take out Josh. Jake is going to be left there on his own near that A-bomb site.
Yeah, he's going to have to attack quite strong here, but it doesn't matter. He gets taken out by Watson. Watson's had some great games so far today. He's pulled the team through one of the maps, certainly. And oh, Vintage, thank you for the snipe. That's made my day. So Vintage and Tommy versus Mohawk, JT and Jord. What's going to happen here?
Well, they've got to make sure that they get that bomb soon because there's 50 seconds left on the clock. They've got plenty of time.
They know where the bomb is as well.
It's not too bad. They're not in the worst situation at all. But having a look at where Tommy is as well, you know, he's over towards that brown section, so he can watch over there. And then for Orbit, they've got one player stacked up in Cube. They've got one watching over B, and then they've Yellow, and then they've got one on the tank as well. So great defensive setup, I have to say, from Orbit. Sticking on board with Infused, though, just taking it slowly, and they've got to do something soon.
They have got to do something soon. There's 30 seconds left. They're going to have to push, and that is exactly what Orbit knew they were going to have to do as Tommy takes down Jord there. I believe that was Jord. And it's going to be like, oh, here we go. We're going to see a nice little 1v1 here with Vintage. Oh my god, what is happening here? Actually manages to get him taken out, so it is now a 1 versus 1. But
oh no, he should have planted. He should have planted. Nobody's near him. JT's nowhere near him. He should have planted it.
Oh, they were going to go for the kill. He's going to go for the kill anyway.
Oh,
no, Vintage, you just made a huge mistake there. He wants to stay alive for his streaks, but he could have planted the bomb and got the streaks.
Okay, well, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, because he didn't know he was there, you know, I mean, these guys, we talked about it yesterday, they haven't got X-ray vision. Vintage didn't know where he was, so he played that safe and he made sure he could get closer to streaks. But at the same time, if Vintage had planted that meant he would have got
that is still a giveaway.
It is still a giveaway. So there we go. Intermission it is. Switching sides. 1-1 is the score. Orbit your attacking team. Let's see what Watson can do.
Watson had an absolutely amazing. Was it CTF earlier?
No, he went massive on Harp.
It was massive on Harp. JT went JT and Watson. So went massive. Who is going to go massive for Orbit now? If they're going to win this, because they're going to have to go massive to win this. Because I do still think Infused are the stronger team.
Yeah, I do agree with that indeed. But it's a 3-3 situation, so it's all even so far. 2-2 map count, 1-1 in a round score, and then 3-3 left alive. So everything is all even at the minute between these two teams. Nobody's got an advantage whatsoever. So we'll see what Watson can do. He's going to be moving to pick up that bomb. And there we go. They are backing up, and they are playing this so defensively. And I'm not really sure what I think about these players. It's a really difficult one on standoff. You have to be so careful. Obviously, these guys are players, and they have a lot more game knowledge than me as a caster. That's why they play it so much, and they are at the top.
That's why we're not playing.
Yeah, that's why we're not playing. But at the same time, you know, you've really got to make sure.
Oh, getting hit markers for days. Watson, he's injured, but he's not out, and he gets grenaded, so he is now injured as well. They, of course, now know where they are. Orbit getting that kill, which is going to bring it to a 2-on-3 situation.
Oh wow, big kill there from Jake. That makes it all even, so it's a 2v2. Defensive work here from Jake. Just switch on board with him just because I want to see if he's going to be able to take out the player. That is Mohawk. Gets the kill. That means that JT does take him out though, one-on-one. He's got 15 seconds left and he's got to decide what he's going to do with this bomb. There's somebody there. He's seen him in courtyard. He's going to be able to pick the kill. Yes, JT takes him out. 1v2 clutch, I believe that was. He's pumped. You hear him shouting there.
You must be able to hear him shouting. Surely you can hear it. Our mics are sensitive enough to pick up that. And Jesus, man, he is not letting up. He wants that Infused team to know how well they are doing right now.
Yep, indeed he does. 2-1 is the score. Orbit managed to take the lead in the search and destroy on Express. We'll see if they can continue that motivation and that momentum to keep going.
Too many M's.
Yes,
way too many M's for today.
It's crazy, but here we go. Jake and Josh there on your screen.
Very slow push there. They're obviously deciding what to do, talking to each other, deciding how they're going to go about this, because what if Orbit win?
We'll have a look and see. I mean, this is going to be
an upset. It's going to be a big... Wow, that grenade.
There we go. Great grenade there. That's going to make it a 3-on-4 situation. Just bring up the mini-map just so you can see what both teams are doing right now. The defensive setup.
They want that A push. They really want that A push.
And the attacking setup, which is, of course, those orange arrows. So there we go. Just back into picture-in-picture mode, switching on board with Josh.
They really want that A push, which is quite clear, but I think Orbit have kind of called it as well. All pushing at the same time, being really super aggressive, getting wall hit markers for days. FMJ is almost a must every single time on Search and Destroy, because that thing can make a difference between a kill and not a kill. As Vintage gets the snipe on Jay.
Oh, one left alive. It's going to be Watson going up against the whole Infused roster, so it's a 1-on-4, and he's also got to defuse that bomb, so it's going to be a horrible one. It's pretty much going to be a 2 situation. Does manage to pick up one. That is going to be Vintage who goes down. He's still got 25 seconds to do some work, so he's got 23 seconds to take down.
Goodbye.
Doesn't even matter. Josh takes him out with that one.
He was weak and he peeked out his head where he shouldn't have peeked it out. He should have waited. You know, it doesn't matter if you're going to try and take them all on. You've got to take them on at full health, because you've got 3 players versus 1. And look, he just peeks out to see if there's anybody there. Already weak. 1 burst. Goodbye. Thank you very much. We'll take that round. See you later.
Yep, 2-2 is the score then here. Still even between these two teams. We'll have a look at the scoreboard going into the 5th round. See what happens. 4-on-4 there for Mohawk.
Nothing really standing out except Jord needs to pull his weight here for the Orbit team if they're going to win. Yep. Some class changes as well for people. So a few of the Infused team now running with assault rifles, obviously wanting to stay back a little bit further than everybody else. Maybe we can see some snipers again, but right now Orbit are being so super aggressive, but it hasn't paid off. It hasn't paid off in their favor, because it is now a 1 versus 3 situation. Gets taken out by Josh. That aggressive push was far too reckless. Yes, be aggressive, but think about what you're doing. You cannot run all guns. You weren't even all guns blazing. They just ran into the bullets.
Especially not against players like Tommy, who's strong with that SMG, can really, really do some work with that Scorpion. So a strong defensive round there for Infused, which is definitely going to play in their favor. They have regained the lead. 3-2 is the score. So we'll see what Infused can do on the attacking round. And let's jump on board with Tommy, actually.
Yes, let's jump on board with Tommy. Oh, yes, it's my favorite sniper with my favorite attachment in the game. This thing is absolutely beast mode. If you remember thermals from previous Call of Duties, they are all terrible. Black Ops 1 had the worst one, I think, followed by Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. But this is actually a thermal that is useful. Of course, it is now called the, what is it called? The dual band scope. So there we go, guys. Really useful, really easy to use. And you see it all the time in competitive, because nobody runs with cold-blooded.
Yep, indeed, but it looks like that RCXD was called in by one of the Infused members. Not sure who that was. I'm going to switch away, though, from Tommy
Jacob
for a bit,
for the hard push right now.
He's going to be watching the flank, but here we go. On board
Ooh, saved his life, that trophy system. Jesus, that was close. Everybody pushing. What? He just walked into the bullets as Mohawk gets a beautiful 2-piece, which is going to make Orbit very, very happy indeed, because they want to eliminate as many of those players as possible. But of course, Vintage, that he's been using the sniper so far, and Tommy, we've seen Tommy go off before as well. So they are 2 very strong players. Do not count Infused out of this just yet.
No, not at all. I've seen 4-2 coming back pretty often, actually. You know, they're not the worst situation to be in the world. Now it's a 4v3 as Tommy's pick up a kill. So, sorry, a 3v2 even, my apologies, as Tommy manages to pick up a kill. 25 seconds left.
He needs to plant that bomb.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to plant that bomb.
He's got to plant that bomb, but to me, it doesn't look like they saw where the bomb was being dropped. So they are going to, I think they are going to get this plant back down unless Watson spots him from far distance, which he does actually manage to do. So now the bomb is down. It's a 1-on-3 situation. This is a lot rarer to come back from, although Tommy has already made it a 1-on-2 situation. Watson's going to know where Tommy is, but Tommy, I think, knows where Watson is anyway. Does take down Watson in an absolutely beastly way, but the time limit was reached. Tommy did not have enough time to take them all down, which means it is now 3-3.
Yep, 3-3 all even here. It looks like we could be going right to the last round. If the
this is what we wanted to see. Was is not what we said on the first day. We want to see that S&D.
And this is Championship Sunday. You know, yesterday we saw a couple of close series, but there were a few shutouts and things. And this is what we love.
Not everybody's heart was in it yesterday.
No, this is what we love on Championship Sunday, when you see just the most close games ever, and there's only going to be about 4 rounds left overall completely. Sorry, no, yes, it's 3-3, and we can go to a round 11.
Don't forget, guys, before I forget, don't forget to tweet to the stream and tell us what you think the best plays of yesterday and today have been so far.
Yes.
You've only seen one game from today, but still, I mean, JT for me is the highlight of today. When he went off and got about 5 kills in the space of, I don't know, what was it, 7 seconds? Yeah. Absolutely insane by JT.
I'm going to say Watson's 40 bomb to win them that
that was
3 seconds left. That was the best game that I've seen this entire tournament. That was absolutely unreal. So
look at George being sneaky. He needs to get some. Has George actually managed to get the kill yet? Has he managed to get a kill? No.
He's not got a single point.
George, you need to pull some work, my friend. That cannot be happening in what is now the
we go.
7th round. There is his first kill of the game in the 7th round of Search and Destroy.
It's a big kill for him though mentally, because now he's got that first kill on the board.
Yes,
it doesn't matter
about what's happened before. He's going to. Why, you may be asking, why is he not taking down that? Oh, he has destroyed the trophy system, so now they're going to know where he is. They're going to call it out and say where he is. They're all rushing to A. As you can see, maybe he shouldn't have destroyed that trophy system.
I don't think it really made too much of a difference, because you're not going to be able to hear those kind of things at the distance away that Infused were. Maybe you would, but they obviously knew.
The announcer lets him know, though.
Anyway. I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, the A bomb site is already going to be covered anyway, but here we go. Mohawk is the last one left alive. We did see Infused managing to get some good defensive work there, so they knew what was going on. It looks like somebody's going to be going for that diffuser. He's going to be able to take him out, gets a few hit markers on the bomb diffuser. Doesn't matter. Great work there. Vintage manages to take him out. Actually, Josh is going to be the one taking it out with 20 seconds
Not that much of a difference between those score streaks, but every little bit helps, of course, Josh. And Vintage disrespecting a member of the Orbit team right there, shooting his dead body in the face. As a bit of fun, you can see Vintage smiling. He's the second from the right, ladies and gentlemen, smiling as he was shooting that body. It's all a bit of fun and games. Obviously, it's nothing too serious. Obviously, to be worried about. It is, of course, a video game. They talk trash, but you should see them afterwards. The thing is, you don't get to see them afterwards. When they're talking, they're shaking hands, they're having a laugh. They are, in fact, friends. There isn't nearly anybody here who I'd say wouldn't be friends with anybody on the enemy teams. They are honestly fantastic people.
Yep, indeed. But here we go, on board with Josh at the start of this 8th round on Search and Destroy. Again, going for that delayed push. Let's have a look at picture-in-picture mode, see what's going to be happening.
This is the one bit I can't stand about standoff.
At that defensive setup there.
Yeah.
2 on A, which is going to be Mohawk and Watson, and then the other 2, which is JT and George, watching back alley and towards Brown.
This is what I can't stand about standoff. The moment when you get that delayed push and it seems to take forever for the attacking team to get to a bomb site. I mean, you can't rush it. You've got to be aggressive, but you can't rush it. As we saw, Orbit threw away around earlier, making that mistake, and that was costly for them. So it's very frustrating seeing them like hang back. But it is still a 4-on-4 situation. Nobody yet to get a kill until now. Jake takes down Watson, and Watson is, I think, one of the strongest players of the Orbit team. Watson and Mohawk. Really, really strong players.
Yep, indeed. Jake managed to pick up a first kill there, but Josh is on a 3-score streak, so I'm going to switch over to him. He's halfway to a health on missile already, but wow.
Vintage picking up the 2-piece, and we'll see that in the final kill cam.
We saw this earlier on. 5-3 was the score, and then they almost came back into this. It looked like it could have gone to 5-4, but Vintage picking up 2 kills. You'll see it in your round-ending kill cam. Picks up one there towards Cube.
I just walked into the bullets.
Yeah, again, sometimes happens, but 5-3 it is, and Infused are starting to run away with this. They've taken 2 maps in a row, and if they can win one more round, they are going to be advancing through to the winners bracket round 6. But you know, they've got to be careful here, because it's been a closer series than some people would expect.
I'm going to be, as I am, very forward, as you know this, Chewy. I know you don't like that part of me sometimes, but I'm going to be directly forward saying Infused should have taken this a lot easier than they have done, and it's still, Orbit can still bring it back. There's no denying that. We've seen crazy things, as I've said before in the past, but, pardon me, a lot of people I was speaking to before this match was expecting Infused to go 3-0, and they haven't.
Nope, they haven't indeed. Going to the final map here again on standoff.
Vintage
picks up another sniper kill. Jord is going to be left alive with JT and Watson going up against Jake, Josh, and Vintage. Vintage on a 3-score streak, as you can see in picture-in-picture mode. But 45 seconds left. They're going for this back alley push, and they are all stacked up right next to each other. They are cuddling right now.
They are cuddling right now, which is absolutely fine. No, nothing wrong with a bit of cuddles on the battlefield, but it's now a 2 versus 2 situation. Soon to be something different, I think. Oh, it's sorry, a 3 versus 2 situation, sorry. And it is going to be... Orbit need to put the plant down now.
they've still got that man advantage, so they're not going to be rushing too much yet. They're not really near a B-bomb site, but somebody's going to be actually be waiting for them down the bottom. I'm not sure what it's going to be. That's going to be Vintage, actually. So Vintage has been spotted. He's up the top there. Oh, just manages to get it, and he's going to be moving towards this A-bomb site now, though. He's going to back away. JT manages to pick up two, though. JT going big just when he needs to. He's pumped. He's just seen given a high five to his teammate there. 5-4 it is, and Orbit need to play all these rounds perfectly.
Yes,
they need to play
they do
3 rounds
indeed.
perfectly, and they've just played that one perfectly.
If Orbit win, the upset is going to be real. We will not hear the end of it. We will have to get an interview with one of the Infused teams, I think. With one of the Infused, probably Vintage. I know Vintage.
Oh no, I want to get one with one of the Orbit
we
guys.
should get one. We could get one with both. I think that would be absolutely ideal while they're setting up. I'm sure we can sort that out. One from the Infused team, one from the Orbit team. Because I mean, what can I say? If Orbit manage to win this, Orbit are going to be flying high. They really, really are, and they have played so well today.
They have indeed. Let's have a look at that scoreboard though. See what's going on. Tommy
11 and 5.
I told you he is the guy to watch out for and search and destroy standoff. He does not play badly on it, in my opinion. But Vintage also has a 2-kill death. He's 8 and 4 at the second, so they definitely look that they can take it. But have a look at the other side. Jord on 1 and 7 at the minute, so he does need to pick up his game.
Jord needs to really pull it out. Maybe he's saving it for the last possible second. I certainly hope so, because that is not a good score to be having. Let's be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
we're not putting him on blast. I would never put
him on blast.
He's had a good series. But you definitely need to pull your weight slightly more than that than you are doing. As Jake takes shots, is going to run away. He's going to say, no, I don't want you to take me down. I want to live. I want to win. I want to get this bomb planted. Bomb is going down. 2 of the Orbit team left. 1 of the Orbit team left remaining. JT, we saw him go off earlier, and he has everything to do right now. Pushing around towards that bomb site, gets taken out, and that is going to wrap you up. Closer than it should have been, but your winners are Infused.
6-4 was the final score there on Search and Destroy. 3-2 was the final series score. Infused are going to be advancing through to winners bracket round 6, I believe. Handshake's going down. There we go. You heard the trash talk earlier on, but it doesn't matter. Handshake's
all a bit of fun.
Around. Yeah, it's all a bit of fun. There we go. 6-4 it is popping up. Let's have a look at that final scoreboard just coming up on your screens in a few seconds. Hopefully we'll have a look and see. 9 and 6 there for Jake. 11 and 5 once again for Tommy. Unfortunately, Jord didn't do some great work, but it's just that one game. They did have a strong series overall, so that is going to be it for now. We need to think about the next game coming up. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but we need to think about what's going to happen now, because you've got some close games coming up. Of course, it is Championship Sunday, so I think it's going to be a good day of Call of Duty action. But guys, whilst they get set up, whilst everything's going there, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Dave, make sure that the next game is set up on the main stage. Of course, I am Chewy. This is Dave. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned to EGL11.